All right, we are live out at Bucco Park here, Stevens Point, Leo Cub-Manchesky Field. Umpire coming in here, so just about 3 to 5 minutes or so away from first pitch here. Today's pregame is brought to you in part by Auto Select. They are Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. We have complete auto repair services, locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point and on Schofield Avenue. No matter your automotive needs, are good to go. So Pacelli comes in here an overall record of 13-5. They went over to Bondwell on Saturday and split a doubleheader in that one, winning the first game 8-5 and then falling 11-0 in the second game of that doubleheader. And Bondwell, a pretty good baseball team too. I mean, they were 13-2 coming into that one, so that's one of the premier teams in that conference, CWC East. So again, Pacelli, all things considered, pretty good showing over in Bondwell. Again, 13-5. Go up to Rosholt, or over to Rosholt, I should say, on Thursday night over at the Rosholt Fairgrounds, another CWC South Conference. And Almond-Bancroft, on the other hand, they are 3-7 overall. Last game was on a Thursday against Wild Rose. They fell on that one 7-6. And they will be idle now, at least according to my information over on Changer anyways, until next Monday, where they will host Rosholt. So the Eagles here of Almond-Bancroft in a CWC South Conference game here on a very nice day. Angelica Dean doing the production, Brandon Barroncut on the call of this one. We were kind of talking just a few moments ago about this arguably might be one of the best days to this point of the spring. I'm sure there's maybe been a few days just as warmer, but this certainly is textbook softball, baseball weather. Girls actually are over at WIAA, the WIAA complex out in Plover at Spud Field. They are hosting the Eagles of Almond-Bancroft, and that game, all kinds of significance. Certainly, while the season certainly is far from over, that one certainly has implications that CW South crown for softball. And, of course, Almond-Bancroft in that one victorious over the Cardinals in their first meeting. But today, certainly a very important game for both teams. Again, today's pregame brought to you in part by Auto Select. There, Stevens Point. Best choice for auto repairs and tires. They have complete auto repair services with locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point and on Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select, and you are good to go here. So Almond-Bancroft head coach Rod Terzinski, Pacelli head coach Wayne Sankey here, collaboration with the two umpire staff members. Again, just a couple of minutes here from first pitch. We'll take a brief pause, bring it back. We'll get our starting lineups, our national anthem, and we'll be underway here in just a few moments on Zaleski Sports, brought to you today in part from the Hoffavor Real Estate Group.
Vehicle maintenance is vital to your day-to-day life. That's why Auto Select of Stevens Point reminds you to be sure to schedule regular oil changes, tire rotations, and general inspections to keep your vehicle in great shape. Let the helpful, friendly staff at Auto Select ensure your vehicle continues to keep you and your passengers safe on the roads, as well as keep your vehicle functioning the way it was intended. For quality, dependable automotive care from service experts, place your trust in Auto Select of Stevens Point. At Auto Select, you're good to go.
All right, we are back here. We've got the lineups here, and I know we'll probably go through those here. But for Almond-Bancroft, they'll be the visitors, and they'll lead things off. They'll have Dave Sternbach playing center, hitting first, and then Cole Hitkowski will hit in the number 2 spot. He'll be at third base. Ashton Japlinski will hit third. He'll be at first base. Tucker Stiles will do the catching here today. He'll hit cleanup. Charlie Hitkowski will hit fifth and play second base. Dwight Nye will get the ball here for the Eagles. He'll hit in the number 6 spot. Blake Williams out in right field hitting 7th. Caden Hagnes will hit in the 8th spot. He'll be at short. And then Emmett Stiles will hit in that 9th spot and play left field here for the Eagles. And for Pacelli, Jaden Garski going to get the start on the hill. He'll also lead things off. And then you'll have Nate Hammerly out in left field hitting second. Sully Schober will hit third. He'll be at short. Eric Reinke will hit fourth and do the catching today. Tyson Holmes will hit fifth and play third base. Bryce Flaker out in center field hitting sixth. Trenton Katzmarek will hit in the seventh spot. He'll be at first base. Dominic Sackman, he will be out in right field. He'll be hitting eighth. And then Chase Napawaki will hit ninth. He'll be over at second base for the Cardinals here. So, and again, a CWC South Conference matchup here at Buchholz Park. 325 down the lines here, down in left and right, and 375 straightaway center. Perfect day here for some high school baseball, CWC South baseball action here. Really couldn't ask for a much better day. I mean, I suppose maybe it could, but either way, I mean, I would say this ranks right up there. Low 60s probably, very little wind. You're starting to certainly see all of the foliage sort of spring into action, so to speak, here, and hard to believe, but we're already just a few weeks really left in that regular season, Angelica, and then you start already jumping ahead a little bit and thinking playoff baseball and certainly playoff softball, as we are in the second week of May here. Umpiring staff in place. We'll get our starting lineups here, and I believe we'll get our national anthem. We'll be underway here in just a few moments. Here today on Zaleski Sports, brought to you today from the Hoffavor Real Estate Group.
Maida Custom Apparel, your local source for quality, custom decorated clothing and products. Discover a wide range of products from corporate casual wear to team uniforms, promotional items, sporting goods, and awards. Don't settle for less. With our in-house production, we will make your name or event stand out with custom sports jerseys, branded cooler bags, and personalized can coolers. Celebrate team success with custom awards and promotional items. At Maida Custom Apparel, we put your brand first. Explore your options today at maidacustom.com.
First, the lineups for the visiting Eagles. Leading off, playing center field, number 19, Davis Sternbach.
So that's Davis Sternbach, the center fielder, hitting first.
Third base, number 17, Cole Hutkowski. Batting third, first base, number 23, Ashton Chaplinski. Batting fourth, catching, number 21, Tucker Stiles. Batting fifth, second base, number 35, Charlie Hutkowski. Batting sixth, pitcher, number 9, Dwight Nye. Batting seventh, right fielder, number 5, Blake Williams. Batting eighth, shortstop, number 2, Caden Hagness. And batting ninth, left fielder, number 27, Emmett Stiles. And the coach for the Almond-Bancroft Eagles is Rod Trzynski. Now for the Pacelli Cardinals, leading off, pitcher number 1, Jaden Garski. Second is left fielder number 9, Nate Hammerly. Batting third, shortstop number 12, Sully Schober. Batting fourth, catcher number 2, Eric Reinke. Batting fifth, third baseman number 7, Tyson Holmes. Batting sixth, center fielder number 5, Bryce Flaker. Batting seventh, first baseman number 19, Trenton Kaczmarek. Batting eighth, right fielder number 13, Dominic Sackman. And batting ninth, second baseman number 6, Chase Napawaki. Coach for the Pacelli Cardinals is head coach Wayne Sankey, Jeff Saddlemeyer, John Rafflick, and Joe Weinberg. The umpires for today's game is at the behind the plate is Gary Spencer, and on the bases is Kevin Johnson. If you're able, please rise for the playing of the national anthem.
right, we are back. So our national anthems underway here, and starting lineups here for both squads, as you heard from our public address announcer here, Brian Sackman. I know we went through those briefly during our Stevens Point Auto Select pregame show, but we'll go through the order one more time for the Eagles here, the visiting Almond-Bancroft Eagles here. Davis Sternbach, followed by Cole Hitkowski, Ashton Chaplinski, Tucker Stiles, Charlie Hitkowski, Dwight Nye, Blake Williams, Caden Hagnes, and Emmett Stiles. Your batting order here for the visiting Almond-Bancroft Eagles, and for the Cardinals defensively, Jade Garski will get the start on the hill for the Cardinals. Eric Rinke will be his battery mate, catcher here, and Eric Rinke. And over at first base, you'll have Trenton Kitchmarek. At second base, Chase Napawaki, Sully Schober at short, and Tyson Holmes over at third. In the outfield, you'll have Nate Hammerly in left, Bryce Flaker out in center, and Dominic Sackman out in right field here today for the host Pacelli Cardinals. Of course, our game day sponsors today's game brought to you by Blinds and Designs by Kelly, Premier Auto Body, Stevens Point Brewery, Lee Ayers Jewelers, Point Heating and Cooling, and Port Tessie Pizza. We had our Stevens Point Auto Select pregame show here today. Again, they are Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. They have complete auto repair services with locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point, and on Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select, and you are good to go here. So Davis Dernbach will lead things off here for head coach Rod Terzinski's Almond-Bancroft Eagles here, as the junior right-hander Jaden Garski will get the nod here for the Cardinals. So we are underway here, about 4:38 first pitch here. Garski's first pitch is a called strike, and it is 0-1 now to Davis Dernbach. Garski working out of the windup here for the Cardinals, the 0-1 offering. That one's going to skip down low, and it's going to go to 1-1 to Dernbach. Third baseman Cole Hitkowski, the hitter here for Almond-Bancroft. Outfield at, so I would say medium depth, a swing and a miss there, and it's Garski now who's up in the count now, 1-2 to Davis Dernbach. Garski's 1-2 pitch. That one lifted into the air. That is playable. Schober takes about a step and a half over to his left, makes the play there for out number 1.
Third baseman, number 17, Cole Hitkowski.
And that'll bring up the third baseman now, number 7 in Cole Hitkowski. So as you mentioned, Pacelli back. They were over in Bondwell on Saturday, victorious in game number 1, 8-5, behind the pitching of senior right-hander Nate. That one's going to miss outside to Hitkowski now, and it's 1-0. One-0 pitch. That one in there for a called strike. I believe that is our home plate umpire there, Gary Spencer. Kevin Johnson, the base umpire here. Bunt being shown, and that one, that's going to go to 1-2 now to Hitkowski. He was showing bunt there. 1-2 pitch. That one's going to miss just down, and it's going to push the count to even at 2-2 now here. So one away, top of the first here. Jaden will step off momentarily. Garski's 2-2 pitch. And that one in there for a called strike, and that's the first Serb Pro strikeout here today for Jaden Garski. You can call serve the number one choice and cleanup and restoration serve pro like it never happened. So now 2 outs here for first baseman, number 3, hitting number 23, Ashton Chaplinski here. Pitch on the way. And when a called strike. Garski coming with the off speed. Gets up now, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. That one's misses, 1-1 now. Garski's 1-1 pitch. That one misses up now, 2-1. Two-one pitch. So swing and a miss. Gonna go to even now at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. And Ashton able to get a piece of that one here, so means 2-2. I mentioned Almond-Bancroft, they will be idle for about a week or so, not back in action until next Monday with Roshold. That one hit in the hole. That's going to be a base hit. So Chaplinski with a 2-out base hit. And it's going to give way to the catcher here in Tucker Styles, number 21. So 2 outs here, top half of inning number 1. Jaden Garski will work out of the stretch here with Chaplinski down a swing and a miss. Chaplinski down at first there. 0-1 to Tucker Styles. The 0-1 pitch, that one's going to miss outside. It's going to get away from Ranky, and it's going to get Chaplinski down to second now with 2 outs. And a 1-1 count with Charlie Hudkowski on deck for the Eagles here. So now runner in scoring position for Almond-Bancroft.
Leading off, pitcher number 1, Jaden Garski.
All right, we are back here. Jaden Garski will lead things off here for the Cardinals, followed by Nate Hammerly and then Sully Schober here and Dwight Nye. Number 9, the right-hander here for Almond-Bancroft. On the hill here to start things off here. Bottom half of inning number 1 here, 0-0 your score on our Nasonville Dairy scoreboard. Pitch Garski, and that's in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1 to Jaden Garski. So now working out of the stretch. The 0-1 offering, that one hit on the ground over to short. Agnes will reach on that, it looks like. So
Left fielder number 9, Nate Hammerly.
So Garski going to reach on the air there. That'll bring up the left fielder here. And the lone senior on this Pacelli Cardinals squad, and Nate Hammerly, who pitched Saturday against Bondwell, get the victory in that one. Garski on the move, and there'll be a throw down, and it is not going to be in time as Garski going to steal second base. So now Garski, Runner in scoring position for the Cardinals here. The 1-0 pitch. Hammerly hits that one pretty well. That's going to get down. That's going to get to the gap. And that will get Hammerly to second, where he will be in with a stand-up RBI double here. And that'll drive Garski in for the first run of the game here for Pacelli.
Shortstop, number 12, Sully Schober.
As Hammerly keeping that hot bat going here for the Cardinals. And that'll bring up the shortstop here in Sully Schober. Jaden Garski coming across to score that first run here. So now our Nasonville Dairy scoreboard showing 1-0 Pacelli here. So Nye working out of the stretch, the pitch. That one's going to miss, and it is 1-0 to Schober. Sully had 3 hits on Saturday in the doubleheader against Bondwell. That one swung on and missed, so it's 1-1 now. Garski had a pair of hits on Saturday as well. Both of those coming in the second of the 2 games. That one's going to miss. It's going to go now to 2-1 to Schober. That one hit on the ground over to Hegnes at short. He'll not be able to make the play there, so that's going to get Hammerly over to second, or beg your pardon, to third.
Catcher number 2, Eric Reinke.
So Eric Reinke now the hitter with runners at the corner, nobody out. With Nate Hammerly down at third, Schober aboard at first. Pitch from Nye. That one is in there for a strike, and it is 0-1 to Reinke. That one will miss. So it's 1-1 now to Reinke with Schober down at first, who momentarily thought maybe he was going to try to get to second on that one. Did not here. It's 1-1 from Nye. That one misses outside now, 2-1. Nice 2-1 pitch to Reinke. Reinke hits that one, a screamer down the line. That one nearly taking Nate Hammerly out there. 2-2 is where the count will go. So Reinke turning on that one here. Nice 2-2 pitch. Schober on the move. That one hit on the ground over to third. Only play is going to be at 1. Throw not going to be there, so that's going to get a run across in the form of Nate Hammerly, and Reinke going to get to second on that one, and Schober will get
number 7,
down to third. And that'll bring up the third baseman here, number 5 hitting Tyson Holmes. With a couple of runners in scoring position with Schober at third, Reinke down at second. And the pitch to Holmes misses, and it's 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. That one's going to miss down, and it is 2-0 now to Holmes. Center fielder Bryce Flaker, the on-deck hitter for the Cardinals. We're in the bottom half of inning number 1 here. The Pacelli's with that 2-0 lead. That one turned, and that one almost. And we saw that last week. Wayne it seemingly looked like last week too. Got a foul ball that looked like maybe it got the tip of his hat last week as well here. So it's 2-1 now to Holmes. 2-1 pitch. That one hit over to Hagnes at short. He'll field it, throw, and not going to be able to make the throw there, and that's going to score a couple more runs in the form of Schober and Rinke going to score.
Center fielder number 5, Bryce Flaker.
So Holmes will get down to second on that one. And still nobody out here with Bryce Flaker, the hitter here. So Rinke and Schober score on that one. So Pacelli now with that 4-0 early lead, just the one hit. But the errors have been kind of the, I guess I would say maybe the story here thus far. That one is in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. Hammerly, the lone hit, the double. That one's going to miss. So it's 1-1 now to Flaker. Flaker rips that one out into the left center there, and that's going to get down. That's going to get a run across, and Flaker in there with an RBI double. It's technically probably an RBI single, but gets to second on that. As Holmes will come across to score. It's Trent Kitchmarek now, the hitter. That one that catches the outer half now, and it's 0-1 to Trenton. Still nobody out here. 0-1. Shelley with those 5 early runs here in this bottom half of inning number 1. The 0-1 pitch. That one outside, 1-1. One pitch. That one in there for called strike, and it is 1-2 now. Gets Merrick. And that one in there for called third strike and the first
Number 13,
out.
Dominic Sackman.
And then I'll bring up the right fielder here in Dominic Sackman. So one away for Sackman. Shelley in the 8th spot in their order here. Nice 1-0 pitch. That one's up high, and it's 2-0. Nice 2-0 pitch. That one's going to get outside. It's going to get away, and that's going to get Bryce Flaker over to third. Or Dominic Sackman now with a 3-0 count coming up. And the second baseman, the freshman Chase Napawaki, awaiting on deck for the Cardinals. 3-0 pitch to Sackman. And that one in there for a called strike. So it is now 3-1. With Flaker down at third. 3-1 pitch. And that one will miss. So Sackman will be aboard with a walk here. So you'll have runners at the corner. And second baseman Chase Napawaki. Chase was aboard a couple times on Saturday, a big RBI double back in the first game of 2 against Bondwell. That one misses. It's 1-0. 1-0 pitch. Hit over to Hagnes. Short, takes a hop. He'll fire it across, and that one is going to get a run across in the form of Bryce Flaker.
Next up, pitcher number 1, Jaden Garski.
Back to the top of the order with Jaden Garski now, who reached on an error, stole a base, and scored a run earlier this inning. That one in there for a called strike now, and it's 0-1. So you've got runners at the corner with Sackman at third, Napawaki down at first. Now working here 0-1. That one hit. Ranging back is Hagnes. He'll make the play there to retire Garski for the second out. And then he'll bring up the left fielder here, Lucas Hammerly, who had that RBI double and a run score back the same inning, actually, just about 8 or so hitters ago here. So two-way now for Nate. Wanted to say Lucas, but it's Nate. Lucas, of course, graduated and played with this squad. Graduated exactly about a year ago now. That one in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. Charlie with that 6-0 lead here on our Nasonville Dairy scoreboard. Hammerly lifts that one out into right field. That's going to be down. That's going to be trouble. That's going to be an RBI that's going to bring Sackman across.
Shortstop number 12, Sully Schober.
So Napawaki will get to third now, and you've got Hammerly with 2 hits now on the day. A couple RBIs, and that's going to be Sully Schober, who reached on an error and scored a run in his last at-bat here, so 2 away. Nice pitch. That one fouled, so Schober down now on the count 0-1. Nice 0-1 pitch. Schober fouls that one back now. Goes down here 0-2. Pitch on the way. Schober lifts that one out into right field. That is going to get down for a hit. And another run good to come across in the form of Napawaki here. So
Catcher number 2, Eric Reinke.
And we'll get Hammerly over to third, and Schober the RBI single there. So runners at the corner now, and Eric Reinke reached on an error and scored last at bat here. Nice pitch will outside. 1-0 now to Reinke. 1-0 pitch. That one ripped into the hole there. It's going to be a extra bases here. That's going to score 1 run, and Hammerly and Ranke with an RBI double. Hammerly will score on that. Schober going to go to third. And Ranke, an RBI double here, and that'll bring up Tyson Holmes, who reached on an error in his last at-bat, scored a run as well. So now Schober at third. Ranke down at second. The pitch from Nye, that one off speed misses, and it is 0-1 to Holmes. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball in there, and it's 0-2 now to Holmes. That one lifted out of play. That's going to go foul here, so we'll do it all over again here at 0-2 here. Almond-Bancroft with the 2 outfielders currently. You've got one situated kind of in that left center area, and then right fielder probably more so towards right field, kind of the right center-ish, but playing the 2. Looks like maybe perhaps an injury. And it's 0-2 now to Holmes. 0-2 pitch. That one hit in the hole. Hagness unable to get to that one, and that's going to be a base hit for Holmes and an RBI.
Center fielder number 5, Bryce Flaker.
So Schober going to come across. Ranke will get down third. And you'll have Bryce Flaker's 1 for 1 with an RBI and a run scored. That one's going to miss outside, so 1-0 to Flaker. The 1-0 pitch to Bryce. Runners at the corner. That one upstairs, now 2-0. Pacelli with the 6 hits. At least by my math here anyways, and the 9 runs. That one's going to miss high and inside now, and it is 3-0 to Flaker. That one in there for a called strike. Three-one pitch from Nye. That one is outside and down low, and it's going to walk Bryce Flaker. So it's going to have the bases loaded now here, and the 2 outs. And Trent Kitchmarek, who
number 19,
is 0 for 1 here today. That one in there for called strike now, and it is 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. That one will miss now, and it's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. That one misses out. 2-1 now. The 2-1 pitch. That one misses down now, so it's a 3-1 count to Kaczmarek. Three 1 pitch. That one belted over third. That one, and they're going to get the out at third. So, and watching high school baseball action here today on Zaleski Sports, brought to you in part from the Hoffavor Real Estate Group.
Smile. Call us to set up your free consultation today.
For the best food in town, look Drayton. Family atmosphere with delicious meals made from scratch. In Drayton, family atmosphere with delicious meals made from scratch, including skillets and tasty.
That one, it's Charlie. The pitch to Hitkowski. That one misses down. So it's 2-0 now to Charlie Hitkowski. 2-0 pitch. That one hit over to second. And Apowaki will field to make the play. And Hitkowski out on the 4-3 put out here for out number 1. That'll bring a pitcher here now.
Number 9, Dwight Nye.
For Dwight Nye here with 1 away. We're in the top half of inning number 2 here. Garski working out of the windup, the pitch. Fastball is in there, and it is 0-1. The 0-1 pitch to Nye. Breaking ball catches the inner part now, and it's 0-2. Garski's 0-2 pitch. That one upstairs, 1-2 now. One-two offering from Garski. And that one in there for a called strike. And the third Serb-Pro strikeout here today for Jaden Garski. Give thanks today. Tommy's Express Car Wash. Protect your ride with a Tommy's Express Car Wash membership. Unlimited washes, free vacuums, free automatic mat washers, and all year shine. One membership, all locations: Eau Claire, Plover, Stevens Point, Wassam, and Weston. And that is Tommy's Express Car Wash. And it's 1-0 now to the right fielder, Blake Williams. The number 7 hitter in the order here for the Eagles. That one fouled back. That can get out of play now. And it's going to go 1-1 now to Blake. The pitch, Williams. That one a swing and a miss now, and it is 1-2. That one fouled back, so we'll do it again. I want to give thanks today also to Simplicity Credit Union. They bring home the win with great mobile options and the right loan for your family, your business, or your home. Check them out at simplicity.coop today. Again, Simplicity Credit Union. The 1-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss, and down on strikes. And the fourth Serb-Pro strikeout here today for Jaden Garski. 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on. Bottom half 2 coming up here in just a moment on Zaleski Sports, brought to you in part the Hoffavor Real Estate Group.
So, after a couple years of this, it's time for more money and better opportunities. That's where Mid-State Technical College comes in.
Are you a born leader? Is hospitality your thing? Maybe you're into efficiency. Or do you love building teams? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. So stop getting by and level up today.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Ooh. Jane, I'm Steve from security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
All right, we are back. Want to give thanks today to the Rock and Roll Cafe. Find a great variety of breakfast options at the Rock and Roll Cafe. Breakfast, lunch, Friday fish fry, and service with a smile. Open daily for breakfast and lunch only on Stanley Street in Stevens Point. Today's game also brought to you in part from Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Save up to $180 on new tires at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service now through June on 4 Goodyear tires, with locations in Stevens Point, Wisconsin Rapids, Wausau, and Marshfield. And that is, again, at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service here. So Dominic Sackman, Chase Napawaki, Jaden Garski for the Cardinals here, 8-9-1. Dwight Nye out for his second inning of work here for the Eagles. And that one hit over to Hagnes at short. He'll put a glove on it, and that one's going to get high, so Sackman going to reach on the ear on that.
Second baseman number 6, Chase Napawaki.
And that'll bring up Chase Napawaki, who reached on an air and scored a run in his last at-bat. That one in there for a called strike, and it is 0-1. That one hit out to right field. That is going to get out of play and go foul here. So now it's going to go into Napawaki. We give thanks today to Infinity Exteriors. Infinity Exteriors, installing peace of mind roofing, siding, and windows built to last, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. We guarantee quality that you can trust, and that is Infinity Exteriors here. So the 0-2 pitch from Nye to Napawaki. That one ripped down the line. That is going to go just foul here. So back to 0-2 we go here. So the 0-2 pitch to Napawaki, with Sackman down at first. Hits that one into the air. Hagnes calling for it at short. He'll make the play there for route number 1 here. So back to the top of the order we go. Jaden Garski, who flew out to short in his last at-bat, and then reached on an air and back in the first, scored a run and stole a base. One away here now, his third trip to the plate. That one in there for a called strike, and it is 0-1. Nice 0-1 pitch. That one belted into right field, and a base hit for Garski. So
left fielder number 9, Nate Hammerly.
So Sackman going to get over to second, and you've got Nate Hammerly, who's got a pair of RBIs, a pair of runs scored, and a pair of base hits here today. The pitch from Nye, that one's outside. So it's 1-0 now to Nate Hammerly. The 1-0 pitch. That one belted to right field. That's got that one's going to get down. That's going to get extra bases as Hammerly will go into second, and he's going to have his second double here today, and another RBI for Nader.
Number 12, Sully Schober.
So Hammerly with 3 hits today. At 3 at-bats here. And it's Sully Schober here, who's RBI singled in his last at-bat. A couple of runs scored here today. Garski down at third. Nate Hammerly down at second here. 1 out here, bottom half of inning number 2. 1-0 pitch. That one in there for called strike to Schober now. 1-1. Schober fouling that one back now, 1-2. So the 1-2 pitch now to Sully Schober. Garski at third, Hammerly down at second. Nice 1-2 pitch. That one smashed down the line, foul, remains 1-2. I give thanks today to Nicolay Bank. Nicolay Bank offers personal banking at its best. Locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Colby, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill, or learn more at nicolaybank.com. So the 1-2 pitch from Nye to Schober. That one fouled back, so we'll do it all over again here. 1-2 now. The bottom half of inning number 2. Nice 1-2 pitch. And that one's going to get Schober on the helmet there. So he will.
Catcher number 2, Eric Reinke.
And that'll bring up the catcher here, cleanup hitting Eric Reinke, who had an RBI double in his last at-bat. He reached on an error back in the first and scored a run here. So hitting his third time to the plate here for the Cardinals. Shelley with the bases loaded with Jaden Garski at third. Nate Hammerly down at second. Sully Schober down at first. Pitch to Reinke's going to miss up, and it is 1-0. And that one belted out into left field. That's going to be down for a hit, and you'll have 2 runs coming across here. So
third baseman number 7, Tyson Holmes.
Garski will score, as will Hammerly. Reinke with 2 RBIs in that one. Second hit of the game. And that one belted out in there, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Schober will go to third, Reinke go to second. Holmes with his second hit here today. And that'll bring up Bryce Flaker. RBI single, run scored back in the first, walked back in the second. A mound visit here will keep things here. If there is a change of pitchers, we'll take a brief pause, and it looks like that is going to be the case here. So we'll take a brief pause, bring it right back here. You're listening to and watching high school baseball action here today on Zaleski Sports, brought to you in part from our friends at the Hofffavor Real Estate Group.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters. Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauernfeind Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
At Nicolay Bank, a great rate isn't new or trendy. Our Real Rewards checking has offered 3.00% annual percentage yield since 2011, earning customers over $30 million in interest. Join your friends and neighbors in experiencing Real Rewards checking and get excited to earn 3% more. See terms and apply at nicolaybank.com. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
The auto service specialist at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service can change your oil, fix your brakes, align your vehicle, make that check engine light go away, and more. Great service from great people at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Want to save even more at Fleet Farm? Sign up for Fleet Rewards for exclusive offers and deals. Earn points every time you shop. 500 points gets you a $5 reward. It's free and easy to sign up, in-store or online. Plus, earn rewards.
All right, so Bryce Flaker, the hitter here, his third trip to the plate here for the Cardinals. RBI single, run scored back in the first, walk back in the second. And right-hander Blake Williams in relief here for the Eagles here of Almond-Bancroft, pitching with one out here, bottom half of inning number 2. In relief of Dwight Nye, who would be responsible for all 3 Pacelli base runners at the moment here. And that one going to miss now, and it is 2-0 to Bryce Flaker. That one misses up high now, 3-0. A 3-0 pitch. That one catches the zone now, and it's 3-1. Three-one pitch from Williams to Flaker. That one lifted. That's going to go out of play and get foul. And it's going to get the count now to 3-2. Williams 3-2 pitch. That one's going to miss outside, and it's going to walk a run in. So Schober will come across to score. Rinke will go to third. Holmes will go to second. Flaker on base for the third time here today. That one's going to miss outside. All Trenton Kaczmarek here, so 0 for 2 here today. The Almond-Bancroft Eagles, the girls, at least by what I'm seeing right now, are out front 4-0 against Pacelli in that one. That one's in the bottom of the third. That one over at WIAA Park. Over at Spud Field. One fouled back, and it's 1-1 now to Kaczmarek. Pacelli hitting girls. They trailing in that one again, 4-0 with Ella Van Order at the dish for Cardinals. That one in there for a strike. So it's 1-2 now. One-two pitch. That one belted out into left field for an RBI, a base hit for Kaczmarek.
Number 13, Dominic Sackman.
So Holmes will get to third, Flaker down to second. And Dominic Sackman walked, reached on an error, and a couple of runs scored here today. That one in there, and it's 0-1 down to Sackman. The 0-1 pitch. That one hit over to second. They'll get the out at first there, so the 4-3 ground out. But a run will come across on that one.
Second base. Number 6, Chase Napawaki.
And that'll bring up Chase Napawaki now with 2 away. That one is upstairs, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. That one in there for a called strike now, and it's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch, 2 outs. That one misses outside now, 2-1 to Chase. Two one pitch. That one in there. So it's 2-2 now. Two pitch. Hit on the ground. Fielded and the 1-3 ground out to get Napawaki for the third and final out. As 2 innings are in the books here, we'll move to the top half of inning number 3 here. You're listening to and watching high school baseball action here today on Zaleski Sports, brought to you in part from Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
Want to save even more at Fleet Farm? Sign up for Fleet Rewards for exclusive offers and deals. Earn points every time you shop. 500 points gets you a $5 reward. It's free and easy to sign up, in-store or online. Plus, earn rewards even faster with the Fleet Rewards credit card. Get 4 times the points every time you use your Fleet Rewards credit card. Start shopping and start saving even more with Fleet Rewards at Fleet Farm.
Looking to buy flooring today? Shop R&R Flooring and Furniture. We have more flooring in stock and ready to go than the big box stores. Over 250,000 square feet.
That's right, over 250,000 square feet of luxury vinyl planking carpet in over 150 colors.
R&R guarantees you will find what you're looking for at a price you won't find anywhere else.
Grab your new floor today or schedule an installation.
When it comes to flooring, furniture, and mattresses,
it's easy.
Come to R&R Flooring and Furniture today. That's all it takes.
All right, we are back here. So Almond-Bancroft, they'll have 8, 9, and 1 due up here. Caden Hagnes, Emmett Stiles, and then back to the top of the order with Davis Dernbach here. And 16-0 on your Nasonville Dairy scoreboard here today. I want to give thanks to Home Furniture. Fill your home with the best from home furniture: sofas, sectionals, beds, recliners, lighting, tables, rugs, and so much more. Home Furniture with locations on Grand Avenue in Wisconsin Rapids and on Post Road in Plover. Again, that is Home Furniture. So Caden Hagnes will lead things off here, his first at-bat here today for the Eagles. Jaden Garski back out to work the third. That one hit in the hole. That's going to be a base hit. So Hagnes with a leadoff single here for the Eagles. Hitting here in their top half of inning number 3. So Emmett Stiles injured. He's the number 9 hitter. So an automatic out there by injury. So playing with 8 players now are the Eagles here. So it's back to the top of the order here with Davis Dernbach, who's 0 for 1 here today, flew out to short. And it's an 0-1 count here with 1 away. That one hit in the air. And Flaker coming back in to make the play. And they will get the double play there to double things off here. So no runs, no hits, no errors. We will move to the bottom half of inning number 3 here. Pacelli coming up. You're listening to and watching high school baseball action here today on Zaleski Sports, brought to you in part from the Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
If you ask us, picking out new furniture should be fun, and when you work with us, it is. Home Furniture's free design assistance in your home or in our store. We make the process as easy as possible by helping you envision what your furniture and your room will look like. What inspires you? Visit Home Furniture today to create a single sofa or an entire room. We'll help you bring it all together. Dream it, create it, love it. Home Furniture's free design assistance, West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Excuse me, is this carpet stain resistant?
No, doesn't seem like it is. Sorry.
For advice from real flooring experts and huge savings on stain-resistant flooring, visit Carpet One. Carpet One Floor and Home. Right now at your local Carpet One, you can get help from our flooring experts while saving big and enjoying special financing on beautiful floors for your home. Come see us today.
All right, we are back. I want to give thanks today to Valley Communities Credit Union. For 90 years, Valley Community Credit Union has been part of your hometown team. Local, trusted, strong Valley Communities Credit Union, where community comes first. Federally insured by NCUA. So Jaden Garski, 4th trip here today for the Cardinals. Singled, scored a run back in his last at-bat. Hitting here in the Cardinals' half of inning number 3. And a score update here, the Almond-Bancroft Eagles, the softball girls, out front here 8-0 over Pacelli. That one in the top of the 4th. That one's going to miss inside, and it's going to go 1 out Garski now. Strike call to Garski, 1-1. Blake Williams working his second inning here for the Eagles. The 1-1 pitch. That one in there for a called strike, and it's 1-2 now to Garski. The 1-2 pitch. Garski going to lift that one down the right field line. That one. And the play made there, so good.
Left fielder number 9, Nate Hammerly.
Ranging over there to make the play. So that will bring up Nate Hammerly, who's been a tear at the plate here, 3 for 3 with 3 RBIs, 3 runs scored here for Nader. His 4th trip to the plate for the Cardinals. Williams misses outside, 1-0 now. The 1-0 pitch. That one misses. 2-0 now to Nate. Williams 2-0 pitch to Hammerly. That one outside now. It's 3-0. The Cardinals here hitting in their bottom half of inning number 3 here. The 3-0 pitch to Nate Hammerly. That's going to miss inside, so a 4-pitch walk. So Hammerly will Draw the 1-out walk.
12, Sully Schober.
And that will bring up Sully Schober. 1 for 2 here today with a reached on an error, an RBI single, and then was hit by a pitch. Hitting with 1 out here with Nate Hammerly down at first. Blake Williams working out of the stretch. That one will miss inside now, and it's 1-0 to Schober. His 4th trip to the plate. The 1-0 pitch. That one in there for called strike to Schober now, and it's 1-1. Hit over to third. That one gonna get through, so
Catcher number 2, Eric Reinke.
Schober will reach on the E5 there, so they'll get Hammerly down to second. Schober at first, 1 away now for Eric Reinke, who's got a couple hits here today. 2 RBI single and a run scored back in the third. RBI double back in the second, and then he reached on an error and scored a run back in the first. Fastball in there to Reinke now, and it is 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. That one's inside and high, and it's 1-1 now. One pitch. That one lifted into the infield. And that one going to get down. So they'll say interference, I think, is the call. And it's going to run, that's going to end the Cardinals' half. 3 innings now in the books. We'll move to the top half of inning number 4 here, and you are listening to and watching high school baseball action here today on Zaleski Sports, brought to you in part from the Hoffavor Real Estate Group.
Join us for Marshfield's Dairy Fest. Say cheese! Kick things off on Friday, May 29th with the Mayor's Breakfast from 5:30 to 9:30 a.m. Then at 5 p.m., head to Columbia Park for a night of family-friendly entertainment, including the play, Winnie the Pooh, and Friends. The fun continues on Saturday, May 30th with the parade at 11 a.m. Afterward, make your way to Wenzel Family Plaza for more activities. Be sure to explore the craft show at Chestnut and West 3rd Street, and while you're there, stop by the Pie and Ice Cream Social at the Upham Mansion. Wrap up the day at the Outdoor Beer Garden, hosted by Nuts Deep 2, featuring live music. For more information, go to visitmarshfield.com.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
All right, we are back. I want to give thanks today to Stevens Point Orthopedics. Proudly continues to offer complimentary sports physicals to Central Wisconsin athletes. Call 715-344-0701 to schedule your appointment this summer. That's 715-344-0701. So Cardinals on that last one, Schober was on first there, and the call, it looked like they still kind of trying to digest that one. It yielded 2 outs, and it ended the Cardinals' half of the third. I think it had to do with the infield fly rule that ultimately Schober out on the interference, and then Reinke out. So we are now in the top half of inning number 4. That one fouled back, goes out of play. And it's quickly 0-2 now to Cole Hutkowski, who's 0 for 1 here today. The Almond-Bancroft softball out front here, 8-0. That one moving into the bottom half of inning number 4 out at WIAA Spud Field, and a down on strikes, and Hudkowski retired for the first out, and the 5th Serb-Pro strikeout here today for Cole Hudkowski. And that'll bring up the first baseman, Ashton Chaplinski, who's 1 for 1 here today with a single back in the first here. Almond-Bancroft hitting here and there, half of inning number 4, top of 4, in fact. So, yeah, that last half inning, Angelica, was a situation where it had to do with the infield fly rule, and they called the interference, I believe. At least that was the call I heard and saw with Schober, which generated the second out. That went over to Hansen, and he will secure it for the second out. So that'll bring up Tucker Stiles, 0 for 1 here today. With 2 outs here. We're in the top of the 4th here. That one misses down low to Stiles. It's 1-0. Jaden Garski out, working his 4th inning. That one going to miss now, and it is 2-0. So it's 3-0 now to Tucker Stiles. Garski from the windup, the pitch. And a 4-pitch walk and 2-out walk for Tucker Stiles. And that'll bring up
third baseman, number 35, Charlie Hudkowski.
Charlie Hudkowski, who is 0 for 1 here today, grounded to second, back in the second. That one lifted into the air. Owen Hansen over there in foul territory to make the play to retire Hudkowski for the 3rd and final out here. So no runs, no hits, no errors. A runner left here. We'll move to the bottom half of inning number 4 here. The Cardinals out front here 16-0 on your Nasonville Dairy scoreboard. You're listening to and watching high school baseball here today on Zaleski Sports, brought to you in part from the Hoffavor Real Estate Group.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
This is my home. I've grown up here. My grandparents always took very, very good care of the house. They worked so hard their whole life to keep things nice. You want to make sure that you're getting the job done correctly. You know it's a dirty job, a big job. When I went out there expecting chaos, and I just saw people on their hands and knees, like they literally picked up everything. Whether it was garbage they left or whether it was garbage that was there. It was a top-tier experience.
All right, we are back, and again, to kind of go back to that play in the last half inning, was an infield fly, so Reinke was the second out in that situation by way of the infield fly rule, and Sully Schober, the call was a interference on Schober at that point, who was off first base, which then ultimately yielded that 3rd out, so that is at least my understanding of things here in that last inning, which ultimately led to that here. So that'll bring up Owen Hansen hitting here in the number 5 spot, his first trip to the plate here for the Cardinals. Williams out to work. Hansen lifts that one out into right field. And that one's going to get down for a hit for Hansen. Very shallow right field there. That one just out of the reach there, the second baseman. And that'll bring up Bryce Flaker, who has reached base 3 times here today. The RBI singled with a run scored, and then a couple of walks here today. So 1 for 1 on base percentage at 1,000. That one inside, and it is 1-0. With Owen Hansen down at first. That one in catches the inner half down. It's 1-1. Williams working out of the stretch here with Owen Hansen, the lead runner for the Cardinals. Here the 1-1 pitch to Flaker. Flaker swinging a miss at that one now, and it is 1-2. The 1-2 pitch to Bryce Flaker from Blake Williams. That one hit out to right. And that one be bobbled out right, so Flaker going to reach.
Right fielder, number 11, Grady Smith.
Reach on the E9 here, and he'll have Hansen down at second, Flaker down at first. And you've got Grady Smith, number 11 here. That one misses now, and it's 1-0. Williams, 1-0 pitch. A swing and a miss to Grady Smith now, and it is 1-1. That one in there for called strike. 1-2 now to Smith. Nobody out here. We have Pacelli hitting here in there. Half of inning number 4, bottom 4 here. Nobody out with the 1-2 pitch on the way. That one misses high and inside now, so it's even at 2-2. And Hansen, the base runner, down at second. Flaker down at first. The 2-2 pitch. And that one is going to hit Grady Smith here, so he will be aboard here, and you'll have the bases loaded now.
13, Dominic Oscar Sackman.
So Dominic Sackman now, his 4th trip to the plate. Walked, scored a run back in the first. Reached on an error back in the second, scored a run, and then the RBI ground out to second back in the third. That one chopped over to third, and that one
second baseman number 3, Hammer and Hank Garrettson.
Henry Garrettson, the hitter now. That one's going to miss inside to Henry, and it's 1-0. Henry wearing number 3 here for Cardinals. Shelley with the bases loaded with and a swing and a miss. So you've got Flaker at third. Grady Smith down at second. Dominic Sackman down at first. 1-1 pitch to Garrettson. That one hit out into left field, and that one going to get down for a hit there. I'm going to come across to score.
Pitcher number 1, Jaden Garski.
And as we mentioned here, Almond-Bancroft playing with just the 2 outfielders. They have an injury to Emmett Stiles here, so you get 2 outfielders covering a whole lot of green. That one in there to Jaden Garski now, and it's 0-1. Jaden 1 for 4 here today in this one. That one going to miss outside now. Flew out to first in his last at-bat. Singled, scored a run back in the third. Flew out to short in the second and then reached on an E6 back in the first. So his 5th trip to the plate here this afternoon. That one's going to miss. It'll go now 2-1. And a score update, it looks like going to the bottom of the 5th out at WIAA Park, Spudfield. Almond-Bancroft out front in that one, 8-0. The 2-1 pitch to Garski. That one ripped up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. And Garski's second hit here today.
Left fielder number 9, Nady Hammerly.
So Nate Hammerly, the hitter now. Hammerly a swing and a miss. So he's been on base all 4 times here today. 3 hits, 3 runs scored, 3 RBIs, and a walk here today. For Nate, that one chopped over to second. And play's not going to be able to be made. And a run going to come across to score in the form of Dominic Sackman. Garrettson will get down to
12, Mike Asowski, Schober.
And that'll bring up Sully Schober. Reached on an E5 in the 4th. Was hit by a pitch back in the 3rd. That one getting it away. So Garrettson down at 3rd. Garski down at 2nd. Nate Hammerly down at 1st. Jolly hitting here and there. Bottom half of inning number 4. Nobody out here. The pitch. That one's going to miss. So it'll go 2-0 now to Schober. That one's going to miss down low end. 3-0 now coming up for Schober. That one in there for a strike, and it is 3-1 now to Schober. The 3-1 pitch. And Schober with a swing and a miss now, and it goes 3-2. Williams, 3-2 pitch. Schober hits that one over to Hegnes, makes a nice play on it, and throws across for the 6-3 ground. A good play there by Hegnes to get Schober for the first out. Garrettson will score on that, and Garski's going to get to 3rd. You'll have runners now at 2nd and 3rd with 1 away. And Eric Ranke now with a couple of hits here today. A couple of runs scored as well. That one. So swing and a miss there from Ranke. Still 8-0 out at WIAA Park, Spudfield. Almond-Bancroft leading big in that one. Bottom 5th in that one. Pacelli up with 2 outs in their half of that one. So that one's going to miss down. It's going to go to 1-1 now to Ranke. The 1-1 pitch, that one Going to miss inside now, and it is 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. In there for a called strike. It is even at 2-2 with one out. Pacelli with runners at second and third with Garski at third. Hammerly down at second. The 2-2 pitch from Williams to Ranke. That one down low. 3-2 now. And that will miss inside, so that is going to be ball 4, and Ranke aboard now, and you'll have the bases loaded with one out.
Third baseman, number 15, Owen Hansen.
With Owen Hansen, who singled and scored a run as he led this this inning off, I should say again. We're in the bottom of the fourth here. Charlie with the bases loaded here and one out, and Owen Hansen, second trip to the plate. Williams pitch, that one's going to miss down and outside now, 1-0. Hansen hits that one out in right field. That one, play going to be made there, so good play there for out number 2 to retire Holmes. The F9 here, so 2 away now for Bryce Flaker. He's been on base all 4 times here today. 2 outs. That one in there for called strike, and it is 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Flaker a swing and a miss now, and it's 0-2. The 0-2 pitch, that one is going to hit Flaker, so he'll hit by a pitch there, and run going to come across. So Flaker with a hit by a pitch. Grady Smith, his second plate appearance today. He walked and scored a run back in his last plate appearance. That one in there for called strike, now 0-1. There's 1-1 now to Smith. And that one hit out to right field, and the play is made. And Smith will fly into the F9 for the third out. So Almond-Bancroft will move to the 5th here coming up. Here you are listening to and watching high school baseball action here today on Zaleski Sports. Brought to you in part from our friends, the Hot Favor Real Estate Group.
Hello, Wisconsin. Phelps Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun. Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Phelps Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Phelps Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
Littlest thing of walking or just being able to get around the community or walk to the grocery store or walk around the grocery store is just something little, but that is such an impactful thing, I think, to the patient to say, okay, well, I have 5 other things, but you were able to just help me with one of them. And I think that is gratifying for me personally, just to help even one small aspect of their life.
Looking for a place where everyone feels at home? Welcome to Point Brewery, your family-friendly tap room with something for everyone. From a wide variety of local brews to classic Point sodas for the kids, we've got the perfect pour for everyone. Craving a bite? We've got hot, cheesy Portesi pizzas ready when you are. Whether you're hanging out inside or soaking up the sun in our outdoor beer garden, there's space to unwind. Planning a celebration? Reserve our private event room and make it a gathering to remember. Point Brewery, good times, great taste, all on tap.
So Dwight Nye here to lead things off here for the Eagles here. Top half of inning number 5, Jaden Garski out to work the 5th here. Nye 0 for 1 here today. That one fouled back in its own one. So 6, 7, and 8 here for the Eagles. Garski working that one. Missed down. It's 1 and 1. Again, it's the top of the 5th here. Shelley with that commanding lead here. That one misses upstairs. Down it's 2 and 1. And a swing and a miss now. 2 and 2 the count. Two-two pitch. That one will miss down now, so it is full count to Dwight Nye. So Nye will draw the base on ball here, so a leadoff walk, and that'll bring up Blake Williams.
Pitcher number 5, Blake Williams.
0 for 1 here today. And an updated score, Almond-Bancroft softball out front here, 10-0. That one in the top of the 6th. As Almond-Bancroft hitting in their half of the 6th there with a couple runners on and the one out here. So commanding lead for that one. That one hit out to right. Playable, and the play is made. So Williams flies out to right, the F9. And that'll bring up Caden Hagnes, who singled back in the 3rd here for the Eagles. That one's going to miss up high now, 1-0 to Hagnes. And Hagnes with a swing and a miss now, and it's 1 and 1. Garski's 1-1 pitch. Fastball in there for called strike, and it's 1 and 2. One-two pitch. That one in there for called strike, and then Emmett Stiles the automatic out to end. So that is going to be a final here, 22-0 your score here. We'll have our Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Coming up next is the Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds. May daily get your cheese curds, Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield. Curtis or NasonvilleDairy.com. Hopefully get a few words here with head coach Wayne Sankey and our Ridge Top Exteriors player of the game on Zaleski Sports. Again, a final here, 22-0. You've been listening to and watching high school baseball here today on Zaleski Sports, brought to you in part from the Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, We ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy.
All right, Angelica giving me the thumbs up here. Head coach Wayne Sankey, you guys get a conference victory. I mean, no two ways about it. I mean, you guys, you'll take them however you can get them, obviously. Yeah, you split with Bondwell this weekend, a very good Bondwell baseball team. You guys, Almond, down a little bit probably. I know they were playing with a couple outfielders. But again, you guys come out of here victorious. Some thoughts about, really about tonight. Maybe the game on Thursday against Rosholt.
Yeah, after, like you said, after Bondwell, we played well. Defense still could improve, and our bats kind of went silent in the second game for us. But, and today we're just kind of getting through today, injury-free, and guys had some good at-bats. And, obviously give credit to Almond for being out here and doing what they need to do. But, looking forward to Rosholt, and it should be a good game on Thursday.
I think it will, Coach, and that's in Rosholt. That's at the fairgrounds. I know it was a pretty close game the last time you guys played. We'll have that game on Thursday as well. It's always kind of fun to go over there and play the Hornets over at Rosholt. Anything else, Coach, other than this nice weather? I mean, This is nice to finally not be in a stocking cap here.
No, it's great. Great weather, like you said, and it's not windy at all. And the guys know this, but we haven't put it out there yet. But we added another game on Friday. We're going to play Fall Creek here at 4:30, and they're a top 15 ranked team in the state in D3. So that's a nice little pickup for us since Aquinas only wanted to play us once on Saturday. So we've got a busy week now with Rosholt Thursday, Fall Creek Friday, and Aquinas on Saturday.
In those games, those non-conference games, those high caliber opponents certainly help. I think those can do nothing but help you guys. You see it in other sports too. Certainly basketball. That's nothing but a benefit, I would say, Coach, especially as you guys look to the postseason. Coach, anything else before we get it over to Mr. Garski?
Jaden doing a good job for us on the mound. Just keeps pounding strikes, and we love to see it. But be good to the people.
Be good to the people, man. Right. Head Coach Wayne Sankey, Junior Jaden Garski. We're going to be good to you as well here. But first of all, congratulations. I had you for the 6 strikeouts. Again, as Coach said, you pitch very efficiently. You pound the strike zone. That's all you can really ask for. I mean, a junior right-hander, you come in. You guys have kind of a plethora of pitchers here. What has kind of been your role? I know you're kind of the everyday center fielder, but tell you what, I've seen you pitch some pretty good ball here this season.
Yeah, it's my first year actually being a pitcher, so I just kind of come in with the mindset that I'm most likely not going to strike every guy out, and I just kind of try to pitch strikes and let my defense handle it.
And you do, and you pitch, like you said, you pitch strikes. You're not going to have a lot of walks. I mean, we really don't see you giving up a lot of walks. And I think that's so important. You let your defense work. As Coach mentioned here throughout the course of the season, you guys defensively looking to kind of build on some things. Jaden, you had another nice day at the plate, kind of helping your own cause. Thoughts on Rochelle? Because that's going to be a big game on Thursday.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great game. It was very close last time, barely snuck out with a win, so expecting a good battle.
It's going to be a battle over at the Rochelle Fairgrounds. Jaden, I know you know the drill, so I'm going to go 3, 2, 1. I'll give you the mic. I'll get out of the way. I'll have you say your name and that you are in the house. So we'll go 3, 2, and 1.
I'm Jaden Garski, and I'm in the house.
All right, Jaden.
Thank you.
Nice job today.
Thank you.
Nice job. That is our Ridgetop Exteriors player of the game here, none other than Jaden Garski, the junior, who pitched a very well, really good baseball game for the junior right-hander. As Coach said, really, going to pound the strike zone pretty well. Going to rely on that defense. He did have the 6 strikeouts, but really going to let that defense kind of do its thing. And as Coach mentioned, Pacelli picking up an extra game on Friday, Fall Creek. And then they'll be at Aquinas Saturday. And, of course, the Rochelle game Thursday. We will have that one over at Rochelle at the Rochelle Fairgrounds. Angelica doing a great job on production up there, keeping all of us in line. Brandon Barroncott on the call. Again, a final out here, 22-0 Pacelli. They will improve now to 14-5 again. On the road Thursday for a date with the Hornets of Rochelle. That should be a good baseball game, I would have to think, by all accounts. Have yourselves a very good rest of your Monday night, everyone.